You guys think Terrifier 3 was crazy? Check this movie out. I'm a big horror fan. I love all types of horror movies. I'm really into this crazy, unexpected moments in horror, chaos, uncertainty. When Evil Lurks had me in suspense. Not a lot of people can bear to watch these types of movies. You're probably gonna have your hands on your face the whole time, your eyes closed throughout the whole movie. If you like gore, violence, shock value, there's your movie to watch if you haven't seen it. But if you have seen it, let's discuss it. It's a Argentinian film about two brothers, Pedro and Jimmy, or Jaime, who have to perform an exorcism on a woman's son because the original guy who was hired to do it was murdered. But these guys don't even know how to do it. He died by something sinister. Yeah, and the son is just at home, who's just decaying in his own bed. Looks like me on a Sunday afternoon. Big ass zit. They're literally called rotten. And in the movie, evil spreading chaos if not taken care of. Spreading evil within. You can't kill it. Instead, they had the brilliant idea to move it out of town with the help of the homie. So they drive off, and while they're driving off, he almost hits a kid, and somehow the big dude falls out the back, and we didn't even know when. But they allegedly think it was when the kid was swearing. But during that scene, you can't even tell like he fell from that time. And they guys to conclude that he's far away from their town, little home, so they decided to head back, unaware that the evil was already infected the area. Then later the next day, leading us to the movie's cover scene. This scene made my jaw drop. Basically, the wife takes out the whole husband. The guy basically shoots a goat because his wife told him that it was acting strange, but he didn't mean to. Like, it was an accident, and then basically the wife just ends up boom, fucking killing him, and then she takes herself out. And let's say that shit was pretty graphic. And then later that night, the brothers get a visit from the rodent's brother saying his mom is missing. He's basically seeking shelter. They didn't deny his ass and tell him to go kick rocks. Nah, they basically tell him he can sleep in the barn in exchange for his pistol. The next day, Pedro goes to his ex-wife's house to get the family's safety and leave the area with his three kids, his ex-wife, and her husband. And then he has to go get his mom. Well, in the movie, there's rules about being near a rodent, and it's to make sure you change your outfit, like take the clothes off, like. But this guy still had the same clothes from that same day. The dog gets a good whiff and gets infected, so he's basically possessed. And you already know what happens next. I saw a TikTok video and I was just like, damn, that looks pretty intense. That made me watch the movie. This dog mauls the shit out of that little girl. Like a damn true story. Basically, they came to the house and fucked everything up. Got his ex-wife and her husband killed, and his little girl. His little girl turns into the little like possessed demon, evil, whatever. And then later the mom. It embodies the infected, and the dad basically says, "Nah, fuck that." He takes his two boys, picks his mama up, and then he goes picks up his brother. During this time, the little boy is talking with the grandma, and she explains that the rules about not being around electric lights, even though the little boy also said that in the beginning, the neighbor. Avoiding animals, not calling the eagles by its true name. The brothers looking at each other like, oh shit, for real? And the other son, who has a disability, is just listening. Later, Pedro gets a call from his ex-wife. Oh, not Pedro, his mom. And then Pedro is like, nah, give me that shit. She's supposed to be dead. And he basically is talking to her. And she implies that she's coming for the kids. And she also tells him why he cheated. Like, damn, that demon's fucked up. And Jimmy knows of someone who can help out with this whole shit story. So they go to her to stay over the night. And later on, this chilling scene of the mom carrying her son comes. I'm just like, ooh, how'd she get there? Did this bitch run or steal a car? She later jumps off with the boy, disappearing like a magician. But little do they know, the other son's also already possessed as well. But he's trapped in the body. It's trapped in the body. The evil. Basically, when it enters like a disability, someone with a disability, it has trouble maneuvering the body or whatever. Crazy. So Pedro goes with the lady instead to look for the rotten hose who will give birth to evil. And Jimmy goes looking for Pedro's son because Pedro doesn't want to see his son get hurt or something bad happen to him. So Jimmy's like, I don't give a fuck about that kid. I can handle it. And then Grandma stays behind with the infected son. She's stuck babysitting. While Jimmy's looking for the boy, we get this hardcore scene. Literally had me like shocked. My jaw dropped. Like, no fucking way. I didn't think they'll go through with that, killing that boy like that. All gruesome and shit. Jimmy plows through them. Reasonable crash out. And then later she explains to him like why, oh, I thought you loved me. And I was just like, damn. That's crazy. While Pedro and the extras find the body in the school, but Pedro ends up fucking that up. Basically what happens was like the kids were telling him lies. They were basically already all controlled. And the body was in the school. The exorcism lady, I forgot her name, tells Pedro, look, we need to do this together. We work better when we're both together. They feed off fear. And this guy knowing that those kids are lying, lied to him again the second time while they were trying to dig up the body. And this guy was like, you know what? You're right. Like, you didn't lie to me earlier before. I should trust you this time. And he basically leaves the girl alone, and then they kill her. And then like the Rodden's just mocking him, and he ends up killing him. Thus, evil is born. The devil. Basically, mission failed, and that's how it ends. The dude just those kids just leave, and it goes back to Pedro going back home, and Jimmy most likely telling him, "Hey, your whole family's dead except your disabled son." But the evil in the son already left his body. Pedro ends up finding out that son ate Pedro's mom. That's how the movie ends. Yeah, beautiful. The whole time I was like, God damn, what's gonna happen next? This movie just had me on the edge of my feet. I think I was eating pizza while watching this movie. I can watch a lot of things while eating, except anything that has to do with vomit. The movie's ending had me like feeling like there isn't always a happy ending. So yeah, we get what you get. I love it. It makes me sound the same for saying that. The acting was really good though. Like that, honestly, like that felt like top tier performance. And I felt like the message was understanding that if you don't take out the root of evil, it can be spread out, cause chaos and fear, and influence others into doing, you know, bad things. Overall, it was an entertaining, crazy story. I enjoyed it. Let me know if you've seen the movie and what you thought about it down in the comments below. And I'll see you in the next one. If you stuck through the end, you're a real one, and I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. Lates.